Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up? This is Sean Rampersad here with the Mortgage Group. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a topic that is on a lot of people's minds. If you found yourself in this scenario, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about is, can I get a mortgage if I've had a consumer proposal? I'm going to give you the answer. Number one, what is a consumer proposal? A consumer proposal is a legal agreement between you and your creditors to repay part of the debt that you owe, okay? So what happens is people go into debt, they get credit cards, they get lines of credit, that type of thing. And a consumer proposal is something that is encouraged by creditors instead of having a bankruptcy. What I'm going to tell you now is it is very similar to a bankruptcy, and the banks treat it the same. So, can you get a mortgage if you have a consumer proposal? Well, the answer is yes. You can get a mortgage if you have a consumer proposal. The number one way to get a mortgage if you have a consumer proposal, a current active consumer proposal, is to have 20% down and to deal with a private lender to get your mortgage. Okay. Number two is, if you don't want to deal with a private lender because you find it too expensive, the interest rates are higher, the fees are higher, that type of thing, then how do you get a mortgage? Number one way to do it is to repair your whole scenario. So if you have a consumer proposal, the rules behind it to deal with a regular bank is that they want you to have reestablished credit for 2 years after the discharge of the consumer proposal. Specifically, what they're looking for is they're looking for a credit card or two credit cards or a credit card and a line of credit, revolving credit, for 2 years over a $2,000 limit after the consumer proposal discharge. Okay. So one of the documents you're going to have to provide me is obviously a discharge letter, but we can make it happen for you if you've been discharged for 2 years. The other stipulation of this is you cannot have any derogatory credit at all. No collections, no nothing after the consumer proposal. That is absolutely, absolutely mandatory. Okay, so if you're setting yourself up, make sure you're not missing any payments at all. Okay. You do have to wait 2 years after the consumer proposal. I have had instances where a person's been discharged for like a year and 6 months, and I've gotten those situations approved. This is on an exception basis, so they have to have good income, strong down payment, and I'm sure I can make something happen to you. Call me if you need any assistance in getting a mortgage, especially if you've been under consumer proposal. I've got tons of experience behind that. Okay. Another thing that you have to think about is a property cannot have been ever involved in the consumer proposal. Okay. So if you had a consumer proposal and a property was included and they took that property away from you, you are not going to get a mortgage. That has to drop off of your credit bureau, or you're going to have to get a cosigner, something like that. Listen, everyone, my name is Sean Rampersad. I am the easiest way to get approved for a mortgage in Canada, and I have the lowest rates. Please call me if you have any mortgage related questions. My number is 780-278-4847. And like and subscribe to the video. I do tons of mortgage related videos. I like to know if you are getting a value out of it or not. Again, my number is 780-278-4847. Thank you.